Hey everybody, it is your guy D Wade, and as everyone know, I am your finance guy. So I wanted to kind of make something. I wanted to kind of get to the point. So what we're going to be talking about how do we find stocks. Why is this so important? Because let me explain to you. A lot of people they're like, "Oh man, the stock market, I want to get in the stock market," but then it's crazy because they're not even set up to be able to capitalize off of it, and they don't even know the first thing on how to just how to find different things. And this is the worst part. Though a lot of people are not in the position to capitalize on these, a lot of people don't realize they actually have some really good ideas and some really good trades that they can actually make a lot of money on. It's not because you guys are stupid or any of us are stupid. It's far from it. It's the information that's not provided because the wealthy are playing with different rules. And sometimes we just got to scale it back to the basics, and a lot of people think that the basics are just, pretty much, how can I put this? They just don't feel it's really necessary because it's too simple. But it's like, no, you need that to be able to capitalize. So I'm about to show you guys how to find the stocks because you guys may have some runners out there and you don't even realize it. You're just not in the right position of how to capitalize off of it. So the first thing that we'll do is, again, I always say this: we just need to know the verbiage. That's it. Once we start to know the verbiage, we're pretty good to go. So a good source that you can go to, I would say, is Yahoo Finance. Obviously, it's a lot of other places you can go to. Let me pull this up. You can go to Benzinga. You can go to Benzinga, stuff like this, to get like some trade ideas. You can go to Finviz. Like all of these are great resources that you can go to see everything. But let me actually scale it back for you a little bit and kind of, I can bring it home, but let me just make it simple for you. Okay, please follow me. Like I said, if you know this already, this video is just probably not for you. But if you're still just trying to learn and just keep some of the basic tips and tricks, then hey, hopefully this video is helpful for you. Always look at it like this. You guys need to understand that there are three indexes. There are more than three indexes, but the main ones is the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. So, and obviously it's the Russell, but we're going to just kind of stick with these. Look at these as the big three. If we playing basketball, look at these as the big three. So which one would I look at first? The one right here, probably the oldest one, is the Dow. Put it like this: the Dow is all industrial stuff. So, railroads, shoot, like just old stuff. Like picture like anything like in 1920s or something when they was doing stuff. It's all of them. Them companies that's still around. Cement companies, all of them. It's like that type of stuff. So the NASDAQ, just look at the NASDAQ as tech. That is tech. So that's your Microsoft, that's your Apple, that's all of this stuff right here. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Tesla. 9 times out of 10, they're in here. Now the S&P is the top 500 companies. So actually, let me actually scale it back a little bit. Maybe I should probably do this. Right here. They got something like a little cleaner? Shoot. This is tough. Wish they had something like way cleaner. Long story short, it's industrial, people. Just know that. It's freaking industrials. Like, yeah. Okay. All right, whatever. Yeah, it's industrials. And if we go back right here, there's the NASDAQ index. It says NASDAQ is a global electronics marketplace for buying and selling securities. But what the? Okay, whatever. Listen, I'm not the Pythagorean theorem person. But I do trade this stuff. At the end of the day, when you look under the NAS, you're gonna see a lot of tech stocks. If you're looking for your tech stocks, I'm almost certain they're underneath this freaking NAS. And the S&P, just take my word for it. This is the top 500 companies. So look at the S&P as a combination of the Dow and the NAS. I'm gonna give y'all a gem too, like a real gem. 9 times out of 10, if the Dow and the NAS is red, going one direction, the S&P is going to be red. If the Dow and the NAS is green, 9 times out of 10, the S&P is going to be green. So if you find the direction of the Dow and the NAS on that day, and they're going the same direction, the S&P is going to freaking follow it. Cha-ching. If you caught that, I just gave you, like, for real, like $1 million worth of game if y'all really travel. Y'all know what it is. I don't play around with this. Oh yeah, in the Dow, it'd be stuff like Home Depot and stuff too. McDonald's, that's that type of stuff. So when it comes, so now that we understand this, we understand this is our big three. We understand that the Dow is all the industrial stuff, and this is the oldest one that was here first. So this is Warren Buffett's in them time. Right here, this is tech. That is the next thing. All the technology and stuff. So Cathie Woods is crazy about this, and we know that the S&P is the top 500 companies. So that is the freaking stock market. These three things. It's really these two which make this. So that's the freaking stock market. So how do we find this? So how do we find the stocks up in this? So what we can do, let me see if I can actually go over here. See, this is the Dow futures. What I'm looking for. How do I get there? Let me see. Markets, I got you. These are the top ETFs, gainers. Let me see. I probably could go over here. This is probably a lot better. Okay, bear with me. Like, I know this stuff off heart, but it's just like, because I just know what companies that I have. So let's see. Stocks. I just feel like it should be cleaner. How do I get to this? How do I get to over here? Let me see. I don't want to see. There we go. I want to see this. Heck. Here we go. I mean, but it has to. Okay, so these are companies that's like listed in here, but there has to be like a cleaner way. What I'm looking for is I want something where you guys could just click it and just look through all the different companies. Let me see. You know what? Hold on. Let me find out. All right, cool. I'm back. So what I did was I simply just Googled, I just Googled like list of companies in Dow Jones, and then I clicked this Slick Charts. Then I did the same thing and said I Googled list of companies in the NASDAQ, and then it sent me here. Then I did the same thing, list of companies in the S&P 500. So if we look in the Dow Jones right here, these are saying these are the companies that are in the Dow Jones right here. So let's say I'm going to give you two ways personally. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is only entertainment. It's at your own risk. But this is how personally I've actually found some stocks. The first thing I did, I just invested with companies that I knew. So you ain't got to be a rocket scientist for all this stuff. So let's just say if a person, like, I shop at Walmart, and I'm like, man, I shop at Walmart all the time. And I was like, I want to see how I can make money with Walmart. Well, all I do is I put the name of the company, and then I put stock. If something pops up, it trades on the stock market. If you put the name of the company and then nothing pops up, then that means it's probably not on the stock market. What that means is it's a private company, such as the company is real. They just haven't opened it to the public to invest in it. So when we look at the stock market is literally like, it's just really like an open market where they're saying, where companies are saying, hey man, you know what? Instead of going to all this, let's raise money from the people. They can invest with us, And if we take the money, make the product and service, if the product and service makes money, the stock should go up. If it doesn't make money, then usually it goes down. So you make money and lose money when you purchase. It's not when you purchase, but it's when you decide to sell after you purchase. So if you sell when you're up, that means you're green. Booyah, you made money. If you sell when you're down, that means it's red. That means that you lost money. So what you do is you own a piece of ownership. So if you invested right here, let's say you invested right here is $149, and then next week this thing goes to $200. However many shares you bought, it'll just tell you how much you're up or down. But this is how you can start finding some stocks. So this is like if you got nothing, like you can't think of no companies, just for some reason you can't think of no companies. The big three: go to the Dow, go to the NASDAQ. And remember, the S&P 500 is a combination of both of those. You can literally look to see what stocks are in here. And then now you can start seeing what are familiar companies that you know. Like everyone, again, look, Walmart. Walmart is in the Dow. Look, Apple is in the Dow. Even though that's a tech one, it's weird sometimes. But this is a tech stock. So that's definitely with like the NASDAQ. You know what I mean? It's just, the Dow is just like, man, it's just like one of them old companies. Look, Home Depot, Goldman Sachs, you got like a Microsoft up in there. But then if you look at the NASDAQ, look over here. You're going to see a whole bunch of tech stuff. Look at this: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook. Like, you'll still see United Health up in there. It's just like half-half, but like NVIDIA. Like, I don't know. This stuff just gets weird. But everyone knows, like, the NASDAQ is, wait, hold on. Do you have to click on NASDAQ? All right. Just know that the NASDAQ again. The NASDAQ is red like tech. But you can go through here. The main thing is you can go through here and you can find your companies. Now, this is the key. The key is what's called the symbol, which is really your ticker, which really is your ticker symbol. So if I was to just Google this, it's a ticker in stock. See this? They're giving all these little things, but let's actually see if they give a definite. The stock ticker is a report of the price of a certain security updated continuously throughout the trading session by various stock exchanges. So in layman's term, listen, this little thing this is Apple. So this AAPL, look at that as the ticker symbol. It's the social security number of the stock. So if you're trying to invest in Apple stock, you wouldn't put in Apple stock. Like, watch this. You wouldn't type in Apple. It's not going to register. You will have to type in AAPL. Look at that is the social security number of the stock. That's how I look at it. When you find their ticker symbol, that's the code for you to be able to invest in that. Now I'm going to show you guys like how to buy stocks and stuff like that. But just look at, once you put in like, the company name and stock, you want the ticker symbol. That is key. When you had that ticker symbol, you in the game now. Now it's like you can go invest and you can do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. Like, you're fine. Now, this is the other thing. Once you guys know the big three: the Dow, the NASDAQ, and S&P 500. Now, sometimes that can be very overwhelming. That's what makes up the entire stock market. So I'm gonna give you a shortcut. You can go into what's called sectors. Sectors is just different divisions of the stock market. It's the same thing. I want to see if they have it here. Let's just do like stocks, gainers, and losers. Most active. Let's do He-Man. All right, so I get it. That's their like little cheap He-Man. Wait, I feel like I just seen it. Where is it? Man, they always changing up these sites. Uh-huh. You know what? I know what I'm finna do. Forget this. Hold on. I'm gonna go on my account. We just about to make this super easy. Okay, here we go. I ain't got time for it. So listen, now we can get to the nitty gritty now. So listen, it's called sectors. So do you see these sectors right here? So I went in Fidelity, like I said, I have some. These are the sectors. So communicate. It's actually, let me make it cleaner for you so you can see it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So remember, I told you the big three: the Dow, the Nasdaq, the S&P 500. Now look at this. They break this down into sectors. So right here we got communications, we got consumer discretionary, consumer staples, energy, financials, healthcare, industrial. I'm about to say information technology, materials, real estate, utilities. So let's say, you know what? Hey, it's around January. We know I'm about to say we know the FDA is always dropping a lot of stuff with healthcare people. So guess what? Instead of me searching through the Dow, the Nasdaq, and everything, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna target healthcare and say, you know what? Let me go through in healthcare and let me see what stuff is in here. Now, again, this is the Fidelity platform or whatever. So you can use Fidelity or TD Ameritrade. Like I said, I use both because just for researching purposes, I know how to kind of keep them together for confluency. So I went under healthcare. So guess what I'm about to do? I'm gonna click find an investment. And when I go to find an investment, I'm gonna just say, hey, view all results and criterias. Now, cha-ching, we finna get to the money once this load. Booyah, there we go. Now, everything in here, these are all the stock tickers of everything that is in healthcare. So some people, if they want to do it, they want to probably just arrange it by price. Highest price, I probably want to see what's the lowest price I can get. Some people, they just pick anything. Like, oh, I get something for 10 cents. Like, that's cool, but you don't want to kind of like just go off price. You know what I mean? Like, you want to actually have an agenda and try to figure something and try to figure something out. Shoot, how do I make this back regular again? How do I make this back regular? I'm gonna exit out of here, and then I'm just gonna go back again to find. Yes, I'm gonna go back again to healthcare to find investments again, because I want that to pop up how I want it. I'm gonna go back to find investments criteria. It's cool. Now this is where I get super detailed into the niche. So you see how everything is healthcare, right? But guess what? Everything sometimes has a different industry. So guess what? I want to make let's say a person want to go in pharmaceuticals. Me personally, since I understand about technology, I may be like, you know what? Instead of looking for a new drug, I probably seen that this new drug that gets approved is going to go up. What I want to do is find the materials that they actually use for it. So guess what? I can look into something with biotech. That's a whole nother industry that's right underneath healthcare. You see what I mean? And then now after that biotech, let's say if it's like, okay, now I know the technology for it. I want to know, now that I found the people who make the technology for it, I want to find the people who deliver the medicine. Now you may go over here and look at healthcare distributors. But then, like I said, we could keep going layers and layers. Look, they got healthcare equipment. Guess what? We just found the technology of this new healthcare that's going to go up. So now I want to find the equipment that they're using. So when everybody was dealing with stuff with COVID, guess what everybody needed? Mask. That's healthcare equipment. So instead of trying to figure out what the cure was, hey, I put a lot of money in people in companies that make masks and therefore roll up a check. You know what I mean? So one trade that I actually took, this was personal, when it first came out, it was actually called Impact. And I saw this company at $7. And unfortunately, this was around when Kobe Bryant like passed away. But I saw this. And from where it was, it was like $7. And if I look over here, let's look like 5 years out. Look like 5 years out. Remember, 2020 when things first started coming. Remember, this was around Kobe. I was out the country and I saw it right around here. What did I do? I ran it up to about right here. You see what I mean? So that's how you can find stuff. Again, that was just a healthcare thing, but you could do it for any industry. It doesn't matter. It could be healthcare. You can want to go on financials. People right now could be like, man, real estate probably gonna crash. Let me see what real estate stocks are gonna go on sale. It doesn't matter. But these right here are the sectors that you can go into right here. And another last little tip I want to say, let me see, stock market sector ETFs. Here we go. ETF tickers. Boom, right here. So check this out. I'm about to give you some more money. This right here, them sectors that we saw here, them sectors that we saw, these are the what's called the ETFs. So right here, XLF, I want to say that that's probably like financials. Oh, wait, here it is. CNBC, there you go. They got them. They got a list of them. So look right here. Everything, look, XLE, energy, XLE, XLF, financials, XLU, utilities. You can, instead of trading an individual stock, you can trade that industry. This is the ticker symbol. And you can go in these industries. So guess what? If you see that this industry is up, that gives you a hint that a lot of the stocks that are in that industry is probably up. So you're able to find which ones are good or bad. And that's kind of really it. That's the nitty gritty. So this is a way how we find stock. But remember, the most important thing that we're looking for is the ticker symbol, because that's how we're able to execute. So yeah, definitely watch this video over and over. I know it was a lot that was going on, but it's because it was pretty much juicy information. Again, these may be people, again, like I said in the beginning, if you're somebody to know this already, this video is not for you. But if somebody's like, man, I'm really trying to learn and I'm trying not to be all over the place and I'm trying to be narrow, these are some quick little gems that I gave you. And as you go on, trust me, you're going to be like, oh, shoot, I see what he was talking about. And it'll just make sense for you. So as always, man, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I would love your thoughts. I just appreciate your time for even looking at the video, and I pray that this is helpful to you. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I'm on all platforms. It's cool, man. Just, let's link up. You got any questions, feel free to DM me. But most importantly, share this with other people who may find this as some value, because at the end of the day, you guys are not stupid. You guys are not crazy. It's not like you're just not good at something. Nah, man, the wealthy just playing by different rules, and you just need somebody to compress the information to create it in a simplistic way where you can execute. You don't even realize how smart you are. You just need to know the ins and out of how to execute. So as always, man, I appreciate it. A big mission of mine is rebuilding families financially. I understand we're on this journey together. So feel free again to follow me and share, and let's keep linking with each other. All right. Peace.